Hey folks, this is Coby with CobyWright.com, and I'd like to welcome you to tonight's live training session. Tonight we're going to be doing something really cool. I've got my special guest and good buddy WD Mino with us tonight. He is a award-winning product creator and just an all-around good guy. Okay, well, I'll be introducing him in just a second. But first, I'm going to be telling y'all what exactly we're going to be doing tonight and why you need to stick around. First of all, we got a great group in here tonight. I got a good bunch, so I'm going to be expecting y'all to be interacting. As always, y'all know I'll make you put your fingers on the keyboard and and be interacting with us. So anytime you have questions, the whole time we're going through this, we'll go ahead and put them in. If I don't get to them right away, I will get to them eventually. Now, at the end of the training session tonight, I'm actually going to be having a drawing for a free mobile website. Okay, so I'm going to be giving away a free mobile website at the end, so be sure and stick around to the end. And also we're going to be showing you a bunch of cool stuff tonight, but the main theme tonight is, of course, mobile. I've kind of already given that away, but it's not just mobile, because we've all heard about mobile, but there's more to it that you really need to know, because the fact of the matter is the internet is changing, and 2012 is going to be the make it or break it year, okay? And this is the year that you're either going to get on board or you're going to fall off of the bandwagon, okay? And I hope that you jump on the bandwagon with the rest of us. Okay, because this is something that if you're doing offline marketing, this is even more powerful for you, because if you're doing offline marketing right now, this is going to be something that you can literally go out tomorrow and make a ton of money with, because a lot of offline businesses are not prepared for this change. Okay, in fact, nearly all of them are not ready for this, and the ones that are making the change, they're not doing it fully, they're not doing it correctly, and they're not utilizing it properly. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring on our special guest tonight, award-winning product creator and full-time internet marketer, WD Mino, and he's going to share some cool stuff with us. Are you there tonight, WD?
Hey, how you doing, Colby? How you doing, folks? Glad to be here. You got the WD man with you. Got some cool stuff to share.
Awesome. I'm going to give you the screen. There we go.
Okay.
All right, we're going to start off tonight, folks. WD is going to first he's going to give you some. He's going to scare you, and then we're going to, and then after he scares you, we're going to show you how to fix that. Okay, so I'll let him take it away. I might butt in a little bit here and there as needed. So if
Yeah, all good.
all right, I'll
Okay,
let you take
folks,
it away.
I'd just like to ask you a question before I get started. How many of you are focusing on SEO or backlinks or any of that kind of stuff for your website right now? Just punch in the chat.
All right, don't be scared, folks. You know, I'll make you put your fingers in there. Yes or no? If you're doing any SEO, backlinks, etc., etc. What kind of promotions are you doing for your website? All right, I'm getting yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now
I did get a nope.
okay. Yeah,
Backlinks,
that
yes, but not much. SEO, yes, SEO. Okay, yeah.
okay, good. That is exactly what I expected, and that is exactly what the problem is. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is WD, and I'm here with you to present some information that you need to hear. So let's get started. You all can see my screen.
I can see it. Yep. Everybody else is saying yes as well.
Okay,
Yep,
great.
yep. Awesome.
So let's go ahead and get started then. Welcome to the webinar. I'm going to talk about the state of the market and its future, and I really hope you pay attention to this. Okay, so you're about to get an understanding of the current market state. Everyone in their doing, that's why I asked you that question just a few minutes ago, is missing the mark, and inevitably this is going to cause them and you to either close down or spend money to fix. It's not social media, it's not faster websites, it's not more backlinks, it's not a better page rank. understand that this affects you, and this is not just something that affects your neighbor or just one specific niche, even though there are people spending hundreds of hours in SEO, website design, advertising, all that kind of stuff. It's all in vain. If you're servicing desktop browsers, meaning that people are visiting your website from a laptop or a personal computer, it's all in vain. It's just that simple. Every person, whether a simple blog or a full retail site, needs to be able to meet the demand of the market, and that demand right now is screaming, I am on the go, come and meet me. That right there was a staggering statistic to me when I discovered this information.
So WD, does that mean even if someone's got a number one ranking, they're still losing 6% of their
Well, a good way, like you could even go into your AW stats on your cPanel and just see what a percentage of people is coming to your website from a mobile device, and you might be very staggered. It was 49%, and that's an average rate. 40 to 49% is an average rate of what kind of traffic is being lost. What happened in 2011 was billions of dollars were left on the table. And the problem is so big that Google started their own initiative, mainly aimed at larger corporations and stuff, but they call it GOMO, which is their initiative, and also a way for them to get design clients and hosting, etc., for businesses, right? So they're capitalizing on it. But it is a serious problem, and it's the kind of problem that's literally like a pandemic proportion in that it literally is affecting the entire world. So here's just a couple of statistics taken from CompuWare 2011 from what their users want from mobile. Users expect their mobile experience to be as good as their desktop experience. So that means that when they visit your website, they want to be able to access it the exact same way or better than they would on their desktop visiting from their computer.
That makes sense because I know that I don't have a smartphone myself. My girlfriend does though, and whenever I've seen her using it before, and she's on a website, and I look at it, I'm like, man, that's terrible. I'm like, do all websites look like that? She's like, no, some of them look like this and some like that. And to me, I'm the same way. That's what I would expect is the website to work and look exactly like it does on my computer.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly right because uh, people automatically assume or would expect that you know that they are wanting to access your website from outside of their home or off their computer totally. Uh, and the reality is that you have almost, I don't know, I don't even know, I don't know, I'd have to do a really big poll and I don't have the resources to do that, but there's a ton of people that are missing out on this. They continually think it's only for offline, but looking at the statistics that I'm going to show you as we continue to go through the information, this literally is a problem that's affecting every one of us online, every single one of us.
Yeah.
And the amount of revenue and the amount of traffic that we're losing out on is literally, uh, it's crushing. It literally is crushing to us as marketers and as this business, and failure to recognize what the market is doing is only going to result in your failure. So you're very smart to attend tonight. I'll give you 10 points for that.
You know, and I agree with that when you said that a lot of people think it's just that offline businesses need to worry about it. Because that's the thought that I've had. That's why I've never really looked into it. Because I'm like, oh, you know, I'm an online business. I really don't need to worry about mobile users.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly what, I mean, everybody is thinking that way. They're all focusing on, the backlinking of their main desktop site, and everything is geared for that experience for the user. And the problem is that more and more people by the day are going on their mobile device, and they would actually quit chocolate and coffee in order to access the internet from their phone. So that's a clear indication of exactly what people are willing to go for and what they're demanding by saying that I would give up even this luxury in my life in order to have the internet on my phone. People are consistently transitioning into this on a daily basis, and it's literally growing by leaps and bounds. And what you need to focus on is staying above the water. You don't want to be getting duped or uh, sucker punched or whatever by the market as you didn't realize what's going on. So what you have is by 2013, more people will use their mobile devices more than PCs to get online. That, folks, is next year. That is the reality. That is what we're facing, and that is what the market is doing. Literally worldwide, this is the direction that it has moved.
You know, I
It'll,
just I just thought of something. Had a
yeah,
comment saying that a large percent of the world doesn't have a smartphone, but doesn't this also include like iPads and Blackberries, and does it include the
yeah,
tablets?
this is completely any kind of mobile device. So you're talking about a phone, you're talking about a tablet, you're talking about an iPad, you're talking about an Android, a Sony, whatever it is that people have they can use to access. That's what they're doing. They're consistently on the go. They're busy. You guys know that yourself, being on the call. And then that's exactly what people are doing. They're just opting for the easy access that they can do anywhere that they are.
See, I think that's where I didn't even realize until I just now kind of thought about it whenever they made that comment. I never really thought about the tablets, but yeah, I think that's going to be where the big explosion is because those things are selling like crazy.
Yeah, well, these statistics right here were taken from Gardner and Google's internal data and Cisco report 2011. Uh, so what they say is there will be one mobile device for every person on Earth by 2015. Okay, there is places in the world where there is no internet and there is no phone service and there is nothing like that, but I'm willing to bet that's not your target market. So, so I really don't think you need to worry about all that. But it's not serious that there's so many people that are using their mobile devices, and literally, I mean, if you look at the countries like in China and India, and these are all places that are visiting North American websites. Um, it's astounding, folks. It really is. So I hope you listen, and I hope you take action.
I got a question here. It's not really exactly what you're talking about at the moment, but I think it's a
Mhm.
great question, so I wanted to ask it before I forgot. It says, I think I saw something, it was by Steven. He said, I think that I saw something recently suggesting that having a mobile site attached to your main desktop site helped your search engine ranking. Is that right?
Well, it's certainly not going to hurt it. Google has already got its own search engine ready and accommodating mobile. So getting your site listed in Google Mobile, you see what I'm saying, is certainly not going to hurt your site. If anything, it will help it.
So,
Uh,
so
it's not
Go-
something that I've personally tested to see, so I can't tell you one way or the other, but certainly wouldn't hurt it.
Google's starting their own search engine for
They've
mobiles?
already done it, yeah. They got
Wow.
their, I think it's mobile.google or something, I forget.
Well, then
But they do have.
I would say if it doesn't help, it definitely doesn't hurt.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, anything you can do is certainly not going to hurt. But here's the thing that I want to get across is that any kind of desktop site um, is not. You're going to start losing sales because you're going to start losing traffic because the traffic is not there where you're serving, right? And this is here's taken from the New York Times from Google, one of their guys that runs the mobile ads for the Americas. He said there's enormous growth, explosive growth in the use of mobile devices. um, but businesses aren't ready. And so he's focusing directly on the advertisers that are, utilizing Google and Google Ads, right? But he's talking about businesses aren't ready for those changes because too many are still offering consumers desktop websites for mobile. That's from the New York Times. Now, of course, you can switch business with site, and that's what's going on. Websites are not able because people don't know. So the demand that's being demanded is not being adhered to because people are teaching and focusing on so many different other areas that they're missing what the market is saying. And that's why you're seeing consistently courses coming out on backlinking and automated this and that and that and this, because people, even us as marketers, who are supposed to know what's going on and what the market is doing and demanding, is missing it because we're focusing on the buck instead of focusing on the customer. Okay? So what we need to do is focus on the customer because that's who sustains our business. And the customer is saying, I'm on the go, come and meet me.
So true, so true. And this is such a huge market now because, I mean,
Oh, it's
offline
enormous.
offline is already, I mean, for anyone who's not doing stuff offline in offline business, it's already, great and, pretty much considered easy money.
Yeah,
But just if you're already doing offline stuff and you're not doing mobile stuff, then you can tap into this and literally upsell every single customer that you have tomorrow
yeah,
on this.
oh
And if
yeah,
and if you're not, then you can go out tomorrow and stop off on your way to work at the local diner and say, hey, do y'all have a website? No. Well, I was just going to it on my iPad here, and I couldn't find you on Google. Y'all need to have, wouldn't it be cool if y'all had a website that people could find on their iPad like me, and they could order food from y'all? And they'd be like, well, yeah, of course. And then boom, right there, I mean, $500 at least. For a static website these days, it's $500. To an offline business, and they pay that left and right and don't think twice about it. So you can easily do 500 if you don't have the courage yet to ask for a lot of money, but if you do or you're bold, you can ask as much as 1,500, or say I'll do a static website and a mobile website for $2,000, and these businesses, if you show them the value, which is, hey, I'm looking right here with my iPad and I can't find your website and I want to order something from you. Here's what you need to do, and then you can upsell them on other services like autoresponders and all of that, and tell them how they can build a list and how they can get more business, and restaurants. I always use restaurants as an example because they're such it's such a great example because they can always benefit from more traffic, especially from more exposure online, and especially exposure from mailing lists, because it's so easy when someone has a restaurant to build a mailing list and then send out an ad and say, hey, on Thursday we're having 2-for-1 hot dogs or something, and they're
yeah,
going to fill up their restaurant.
yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, and the thing is that people respond to a text message. I think it's like 90, it's over 90% anyway. I don't remember the exact number,
Oh
but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's
and
astounding.
I didn't even think about text messages. I'm thinking about
Yeah,
old school email. Yeah, you're right. I
yeah,
heard that the open rate on text messages was like 97% or something.
yeah. It's ridiculous, right? Because people get a text and it'll make a beep on their phone or it'll buzz and let them know, and they check it, right? It's natural, and all of a sudden you got your businesses or your clients or yourself is getting through that much more because you're now meeting them where they are, and they're able to now check out what you have, and because you're able to serve the demand that they're accessing your website from, now you're able to capitalize and cash in on the traffic that's already been coming.
Yeah,
That's the thing. It's
yeah.
already coming. It's already there. People are already visiting the website from their mobile devices, and you're missing it. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, that's like it's like someone showing up at your restaurant to eat, and there's a close sign, but you're at work.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or you got your brand new gas station just opened up and you got no lights on and your pumps are are not open for business because you still got the signs in the driveway.
Or, or worse than that, they can see you, they just can't get to you.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, I mean, the thing is that you don't want this to be going on. The whole point of having the website is to have that accessibility for those who wouldn't otherwise have access to you. And, you know, in missing out on this, it's like, wow, billions of dollars were lost last year. It's astounding.
Diane said a gone fishing sign.
Gone fishing. Yeah. That's exactly, yeah, that's exactly right. It's like, you know, your store is there, but people are trying to get in and they can't get in because you're gone fishing. It's a good analogy. So allow me to explain exactly what you need to do and how you can help others as well. Okay, like I talked about, Google projects that mobile browsing to overtake desktop browsing by 2013. And you know, to emphasize that when something is overtaken, it is owned, right? It is surpassed. So what Google is saying is that people are using their mobile devices so frequently, so often, and so many are doing it that by 2013, desktop browsing is not even going to be what people are doing anymore. It's going to be that they're on their mobile device. But you don't hear people preaching that or teaching that because it's right now focusing on the buck, the buck, the buck. Okay, there's nothing wrong with making money. I make money and it's great. I love it. It's fantastic. But if you're doing it, why focus the effort and the time and the resources and the people into doing what's already being become obsolete, right? Why not begin getting a jump start on your competition? Because the reality is that your competition is going to get this information and they're going to be acting on it because they realize they're losing money too. So, you know, it's who gets there first. Why not let yourself? So, yeah, I say, frankly, it's well on its way. I only just been awakened to this problem as about, say, two months ago. Now I've you know, gone through a lot of research and understanding and testing different things, and it's really, really quite an astounding problem, and people don't really seem to understand or realize it or even think that it affects them because they see things in niche light, right? They think it's a niche respective problem, and the thing is that it's not a niche respective problem. It's a worldwide problem that's on a pandemic kind of scale, and that's a really scary thing, but it's a really exciting thing because it's the hottest market that anyone at any time right now could tap into and actually make money at. But here's the thing, whether you're going to deal with that or not, you still have to adapt. You still have to be able to serve the people what they're wanting, or else you're going to have to close. That's not cool, but it is that simple. Consider this your revelation on the state of the market. What do you think there, Coby?
Scary stuff.
It is,
Really,
isn't it?
because it's funny because I'm one of those people that, always preach about staying focused, and so I use that as an excuse to stay away from mobile. And I was kind of chuckling. I had my mic turned off while you're at some points, and I'm laughing because all the stuff that you were saying was me.
Yeah.
I thought, that I already mentioned that I thought that I don't need to worry about it because that's offline stuff. I know, I'm like, oh, I'm an online business. I'm an email marketer. I don't need to worry about people visiting my website on mobile devices or worry about text messaging yet. Oh, I've got an email list, and the more and more I think about it, I start thinking, the more I realize that it's quite the opposite because I already do a ton of videos for my list and stuff,
Right.
and I already know that for a fact that some of them read my emails on smartphones because I know Brett, he sent me emails before saying, this one looked good or this one looked different. I know that Constant Contact seems to be the most mobile friendly,
Right.
or as emails go, and so I guess it just never sunk in that it was such a huge thing, and that so many people that are already my customers are already using these devices to access my content, and it's probably I've never even looked at my website on a mobile device, but I'm sure that it's not very friendly at
Yeah, I
all.
mean, most websites will be set up for the desktop browsing, so the buttons will be placed differently and the content will be pushed all the way. So what ends up happening is that your mobile site or your site on a mobile device ends up looking really, really ugly, right? And it pushes, the content all the way to the left, and it scrolls it all the way down, and it just doesn't look good on the phones, and people don't like it. They click off and go to the next site in their search results. That's what statistics show. So it's certainly something that affected me. It affected Coby. It affected all of our friends. It affects all of you, and it affects everyone that you know that's online. Because if people aren't ready, it's just very simple. You're just going to lose out. It's like waiting for a train that never comes. You know, no good, no good. So I want to stop for a second. Are you folks getting the imperativeness of this message? I'd like you to just put in the text box if you are or you're not, or you already knew, or
Just let us know if this information shocked you, or if you're already utilizing mobile devices, or what was your opinion so far? And if you have any questions on what we've covered so far, go ahead and put those in as well.
yeah, absolutely. Take advantage of the time that I'm here right now while you can.
I see a hand raised. Whose hand's raised? Logan's got his hand raised. I think he just left on accident. Maybe he couldn't hear us. Let's see. I seem to have missed the questions up here. Okay. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking that no one was saying anything, and I had the the questions going the wrong way. Okay. Uh, awesome. Yeah, we got. Yeah, 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 for sure. Yep. I'm learning using it at the moment. Absolutely. I don't guess there's any questions. Does any questions regarding mobile, or you want WD to show you how you can make your website mobile friendly?
Okay, well, I'm just going to keep going here.
Yeah, keep trucking.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to say is, yes, I'm going to show you some software that I have on the market that's brand new, it's just fantastic. I'm very proud of it. But uh, the reason that I've given you this information is not just to get you to buy it. That's what I want you to understand. This wasn't a ploy. It just so happens that this is some very serious stuff, and it's the reason that I had this software created to begin with. So basically what I'm letting you know is I'm giving you the knowledge of this market. I'm giving you the ability to capitalize and make some very good money for yourself, and certainly put you ahead of the competition, which is certainly a good thing for me and good for you. So 141 million purchases were done on, this is from 2011 December. So this year for a mobile device, by 2013, desktop browsing will be a thing of the past as mobile browsing overtakes it, and most websites are not ready to deal with this change, 79% of those being top advertisers. So that in and of itself is a pretty staggering statistic. Now this is the thing, it makes no difference where you live, how much you make, what niche you're in. You have got to be ready or literally be overtaken as your competitor adapts, as I mentioned, and cashes in. This information can now be used to make a lot of money for yourself and help the many businesses suffering as a result of not knowing. I mean, that sucks. That's all there is to it. There's so much money, so many people that are actually trying to visit your site. It's like we work so hard to get people to come, and then they're coming, but they're coming from a different direction, and we didn't see it. It's like we're getting blindsided, and that's what I'm trying to show now. Is that okay? Here, this is the way we can protect ourselves, and this is what can allow us to tap into this, and certainly, turn it for our benefit. So,
We got the side door shut.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, we got it. We got everything exposed. So now you can see, and hopefully you'll capitalize. Like I mentioned a little bit ago, like the different things that people are bringing out and the direction that they're focusing on being wrong. And sometimes it makes me chuckle, but as you see the next shiny object come out, and it's kind of funny to me because we're supposed to be in the know. We're supposed to see what the market is doing and supply the demand. That's how we survive. That's how we flourish. But there seems to be continually a wrong focus on the needs of the market. So it's either people don't recognize it or they're just focusing on the quick buck right now, which is, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you're focusing on and have no plan for a business. But if you're trying to build a business and a reputation and a brand, then you certainly need to be, reaching your customers where they are. That's why a storefront in a busy, downtown street will do more business than a storefront in the middle of the toonies. It's just simply a matter of the traffic being where the traffic is.
You know what I see earlier? I had the question box. I clicked on something and it rearranged them weird, and I got it fixed now. And there was a ton of people making comments that I missed. So I'm gonna go ahead and
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna read those off now. Let me go up here. Okay, we've got interesting, interesting. Of course, businesses weren't even ready for the internet. Uh, that was Dennis. Diana said, and text messaging, and you can send a text with a video in it. Jimmy G said, you mean people cannot actually see our website on their tablet? Jimmy, they
That's
can
right.
see it. It's just it doesn't look the same. Or
It doesn't give them the experience they're wanting.
uh,
So
Brett.
most people are just going to click right off.
Let's see. There's a couple here. I'm skipping over. Stephen said desktop sites that are squashed into a mobile screen are unusable. So that answers your question, Jimmy.
Yeah, there you
Uh,
go, right there. Thank you very much. That's very helpful.
see, Diane said yes. Melinda said yes. Lynn said absolutely. Cameron said yeah for sure. Dylan said yes. Damien said yes. Hey Damien,
Fantastic.
by the way. Stephen said yes. Already knew how important this is. Lynn said using it in a limited way. Madeline said yes, aware, learning, using at the moment. That's awesome. B. Adams
Awesome.
said already selling mobile to clients. So there you go. He's taking advantage of it.
Very cool.
Brett said already onto it. Diane said had not thought about being so important to have both before. Uh,
Right.
Dylan said
Yeah,
I've thought
that's
of mobile devices. Own an iPhone. Cameron said that he owns an iPhone, an Android phone, and a tablet.
yeah. Oh, that's one of the guys that I know in the business. We were talking to him, and he said, "Oh, that's astounding." But you're right. He said, as I look around, I got my mobile, my Android, my laptop, and my iPad, and that's what I'm taking with me. So you're right, like so. I mean, it's if you just stop and think about how many people with a phone when you're out, when you're driving, when you're at work, whatever. I mean, it's literally it's I can't be any more clear. It is serious. It's a serious problem.
Yeah, Ray said it's staggering. Uh, Cameron said he has an Android. Lynn said she's doing it, needs to use it more effectively. Dennis said he was aware of this coming and was investigating CPA for mobile. Aurora says right
Yeah.
up my alley. Have just started this niche. Awesome. Let's see. Melinda said I'm not amazed. At home I use my desktop. When I help my sick mom, I'm stuck with my cell, which has no flash, very limited. I feel your pain, but unfortunately, some people are. Um, Dylan said, sure. Diane said, yes, show us. Ray said, how do we do that? Madeline said, yes, there's so many WSOs and other stuffs, as well as WP plugins. Finding a good one is so important. Dennis said, show me how to make my blog mobile friendly would be cool with 3 exclamation points. uh, Steven said, I keep seeing websites that promote the authority of mobile sites, but they are not mobile friendly themselves. That's ironic,
Right.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Adam said, can I just SEO or slap a plugin to optimize existing sites? Yes and no. Damien said, what's up, buddy? He said he came to support WD. All right, we got the questions
Right
caught
on,
up.
Damien. Thanks, buddy.
Sorry I got behind on the questions there, y'all. They all came in at once, and I didn't even notice them. So, all right,
All
everybody's
good. All
excited.
good.
I'm ready to hear some more as well.
Okay. So, first of all, I'm glad you guys are getting something out of it. I mean, that is the most important thing that of presenting this information, obviously. Um, okay, some of you are already making money doing the mobile. Fantastic. I'm going to show you how to make your job easier. Some of you have just mentioned about the WordPress plugin. There's some out there. Okay, yes, there is some out there. We have developed one that is going to, well, I'm pretty proud of it. I'm just going to wait until I can show it to you, and I'm going to just first explain exactly what it is and why we brought it out. So I'd like to demonstrate my brand new software that anyone can use and anyone can cash in. As with every opportunity, there's a small window of time for you to act. That means that I have made a special arrangement to keep my WSO open in order to accommodate the webinar stuff. And so that's what we're doing. The new software creates mobile websites, mobile sales letters, mobile squeeze pages. We have built-in server-to-server FTP. We have SMS messaging capability. We have a Facebook fan page maker in it as well. And they're all from 18 high-quality templates, making it easy for anyone to look like a pro without having any experience or whatever, because, like we said, this is a problem. This isn't just something where we saw a market and brought a solution. We see an actual severe problem, and the whole object right now is to make as many people aware and equip them to be able to protect themselves and capitalize at the same time. So that is good for the presentation.
While you're switching your thing there, I'm gonna. Madeline said, "Can't wait!" with an exclamation point. Diane said, "Wow, sounds awesome!" with 3 exclamation points. That's cool. That's awesome, and it really is awesome. And originally, after he showed you this software, I'll show you how you can get it. And originally, he had planned to close this on the 11th, and of course today is the 12th, and so he's going to keep it open till the 16th. I think is the last word that I heard.
I think that's what you talked me into, yeah.
So, so that gives y'all about 4 days. But before I'm getting ahead of myself, let's watch and let me actually show you what it does before you, and then show you the sales page. Diane says
Yeah.
she loves your laugh, and I think Cameron commented on it also as well.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for those of you that I'm known in the business for my laugh. Like, I'm a big, jolly kind of guy, I suppose, like Santa Claus. Yeah, I guess I could be like the I am Santa Claus. Yeah. Okay, anyway, look here, guys. Okay, here's the templates that we got. Now, this is one for a fan page. This is one for an actual mobile site. Now, this is what I did was I just told the software to list the templates, right? Just click list the templates, and then it pulled up all of them. This is all 18 designs that we provide you with. Now, each design is fully customizable. So all the stuff that you see, the graphics and stuff, are changed. This is an actual squeeze page. You have 2 sales letter, long form sales letter templates to choose from. But basically, what we tried to do was to give you everything within the software that you would have need of as a marketer, and That would be a sales letter, a squeeze page, and an actual website. Now, this is quite something that we've done, because what we've enabled you to do is now you can be anybody, a beginner or an expert, and be able to have a great looking mobile website and be able to offer great looking websites to customers or to your friends or to whatever. And the key is in selling them, or even you can even give them a website that's mobile and you charge them a per month fee to host it, and then you can charge a per month fee for maintenance, and updating the website is very, very simple. Once you've created a website, you'll have all your sites listed here, and you'll just, I'm going to go to, I have a sales letter that's done. I'll show you. This is all the same setup for each section. So you can use the SMS form in creating, then when you use that on your site, somebody will send their text message or whatever, and then you'll be able to actually contact them. Okay, there's no subscriber to this site, but when you have people signed up, then right from the plugin, you can contact them. Okay, if you wanted to send your site to the server, or you have a client server or whatever, you just simply hit the FTP. Now this is unique, folks. This is server-to-server FTP. We may make this a product on its own, but right now it's exclusive to the software, and it's very cool. It's very fast. You simply put your web address in, and bang, you're gone. Your website is live. Your client is able to receive the traffic, or you're able to receive the traffic. They're brand new websites, full standalone websites. They're not hosted in WordPress. So WordPress is not needed to run them. You know, it's very cool.
So then what you're what you're saying is you can actually, not only can you make your own current WordPress site mobile friendly with this plugin, you can also create sites from it that you can launch from it that are standalone sites for your clients, so they don't even have to have WordPress. They don't even, they can already have a static website, and then you can launch this from your site, automatically load it to their server, and literally just like that, like you say, with the click of your fingers, it's loaded up on their site, ready to go. Wow, that's
right. And
that's amazing.
Updating is just like this. You can change the template.
Oh
Right?
wow, and you can
So
update it from your own, home base. Wow, that is
exactly. You update everything from the plugin, right? Okay, and then you would save, you select your new design or whatever, and then you would save it and go through the process, or you could just simply edit the design, edit the pages. Now, you can also add multiple pages, because we have that capability. It's literally, you know, they are zipped up into an actual zip file, so you can either download it and upload it, but there's no need. Like we say, we have a built-in FTP. But the reality is that this is something that's needed, and this is something that's extremely easy for anybody to be able to use. The interface is very self-explanatory, and there's a section to upgrade the plugin. So when we have an update that comes out, you'll receive a file through the mailing list for updates only. It comes from the developer, and he will send the files out, at which time you just simply grab the file from here and upload it. Once it was uploaded, your plugin will be upgraded. We've tried to make this as simple and as powerful as possible, and plus we have plans for the software. So if there's any features that you'd like to see added, if there's something that you would like to see within the software, it's no problem. Get a hold of us at support, and we will actually take that on board and implement if possible. You also can generate your own redirection code per URL. So if you have clients for different niches or whatever, different sites, you simply enter the URL, it generates the code. The code is unique to the site. It's fantastic. We also have step-by-step tutorial videos. Okay, Here's for the installation. Then you got these two videos here. So every step that we've taken is to help ensure that you can be up and running, making money, capitalizing on the traffic that would be coming to your website and allowing you to actually take what the money you would spend and make much more for yourself, because this is the market that what we would call white hot. So it's absolutely essential that you not only adapt to it, but why not capitalize at the same time? Okay, we got a fan page maker here. I can just say list the fan page. The steps you go through are the exact same steps, but everything is step by step. We show you in the videos exactly what there is. And that's about all. I think that's about all. We got these awesome templates. It meets the problem. We got all this capability, and we're looking to add more to it. So I think that's pretty good for a demo, Coby.
Yeah, absolutely. See, we got some comments here. Lynn said some nice looking templates. Madeline said, glad you extended it. Madeline also asked where are they hosted, and I think I'll go ahead and answer that question. They're hosted wherever you put them. They'll be hosted if you're. It depends on what you're doing. Some people that do offline marketing, they actually host the sites for their clients themselves, so they would be on technically on your server. Other people have them sign up through their affiliate link for HostGator and stuff, so it's their server, but you just upload it to to their server. So that
Right.
depends on how you you work your business there. But they're uploaded to either your server or to your customer server. She said, okay, she understood. Let's
Cool.
see. So this is really a WT tool for authoring mobile sites that are hosted on other servers. Question, and then he said, cool. Yeah, that and a little bit, yeah, that, and you can generate fan pages and squeeze pages and all that good stuff as well.
And the thing is too is that we got the SMS capability, so people can actually sign up. We actually have physical contact forms, so you can create one of those. We got the Facebook and the Twitter integration, social media integration. So everything that we would use ourselves is in it, and whatever kind of stuff you would like to see added, we're more than happy to try and accommodate. So we really want to, because the market is going this way, it just makes sense for us to be.
Um, log. Um, I'm not going to say his name because I just realized what he did with his name. But Mr. Hard asked, "How are user agent strings kept up to date?"
How our user agent strings comes up to date. I believe that we're using an SQLite database, so everything gets stored in there and then served. So contact information and stuff, and SMS that's how it's able to be done from the plugin. But maintenance and everything, that's where it's done from, is from within the plugin itself in the administration area. So.
Um, can you talk a little bit more about the SMS? Because I'm curious about that. Is there any other fees or how,
Right now, there's no fees. We have the SMS that goes through the SMTP. We're working on integrating it with a worldwide SMS, or what's it called, global SMS, which is apparently very cheap or something, but it's pretty well, I think, based on the carrier, what the fees are for that. But yeah,
okay.
we're integrating it so that it'll work worldwide.
Okay, that was the next question. Madeline asked if it works outside the states. So it's
Yeah, everything works outside the states except the SMS is, right now it's SMTP, so it's using the simple mail protocol. But, you know, as far as the design capability and stuff, everything is able to be used anywhere.
okay. So they can still use it if they're outside the states. It would just be delivered through SMTP, which Brett said that your own hosting provider can likely supply SMTP, and I also know that there's third-party services that do SMTP because I've looked into it for self-hosted
Yeah.
autoresponders. So I know that
Yeah.
you can get it for fairly cheap.
I think, in fact, you can go to smtp.com.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that because I wasn't for sure if that's what it was, but yeah, that's one that I was thinking of.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we've got a see where what's okay. I got lost here on the okay.
Okay, I'm going to give it
Stephen
back to.
asked. He said, "Is so? This is he said, is the fan page a reference to integration with Facebook?" But I think you actually answered that while while he was asking that.
Yeah, there. No, we have social media integration, and we have a fan page maker where you actually can create your own fan page or fan page for your business, your client, whatever. Um,
So that's a whole
so
nother service.
there are two different services. The social media integration is for the mobile websites. So if you want people to contact you on Facebook or like you or, tweet you or whatever, we got it covered.
And let's see. Lynn said, "So this provides a sales page for your own business offering the service." And is it the same theme that you use for your clients as well as for your own business, if that makes sense? Yeah, yeah, you can use depending on, you can actually, if you don't want to use it for other, if you only want to use it for your own site, there's actually two versions of this plugin. We'll get to that in just a second. So, but yeah, you can use them for your site, use them for your client sites, or if you have some custom ones made, you can use those as well.
Yeah,
Madeline,
we have two versions. So go ahead, Cool.
Madeline asked, can I just confirm if a client has an existing site, then you just make a mobile site? You don't have to start off the new WP site. Absolutely. And they don't even have to have a WordPress site. They can have a
No,
static website
yeah,
because the mobile site that this generates is a standalone.
that's right. It's an actual
Is
website.
essentially it's a static website,
Yeah,
I guess.
that's right. Yeah, it's a static mobile site, I guess would be
And then
what it would be.
so I wanted to show y'all where you can get this, and then I'm still answering the question because I know a lot of y'all are chomping at the bit. So let me go ahead and the URL is going to be cobywright.com/WD. And don't know why that did not make a clickable link.
But you got three T's in there, it looks like.
I sure do. Okay. There we go. All right, and while that's while y'all are doing that, I'll go ahead and load it on my screen as well, and then I'll finish answering these questions. Y'all got a lot here, and so I don't want to hold the people up who are ready to grab their own. Let's see, and here's the website /WD, cobywright.com/WD. All right, now back to the questions while that's loading. Does SMS work outside the States? I think we already answered that. Oops. Cancel. And let me show you all this, and I'll show you the price. Yeah. It seems to be getting more and more recently. Okay, there's a short video you can watch on the sales page if you want, but there's no really need to that. Y'all can see, y'all have already seen most everything that it does in a very quick version. So you can see it's very, very extremely affordable. You can get it at $31 for the personal use, and if you're doing offline stuff and you want to use it for clients, $97, which is I mean, I already told y'all at the beginning of that you could sell one of these for $497, and I don't think that saying that is being, I don't think that's outrageous to think that you could get $497 for making one of these packages for a client, because I mean, it's not even outrageous to think that you can get $497 for a static website. I mean, that's kind of the going rate for a blog and stuff from what I hear from the guys that do offline marketing. And personally myself, I will not do a WordPress blog for an offline site for $500. Absolutely, I will not, because I don't want to. Now, if they want me to do one, they have to at least pay me $1,000, and that would just be to do a static website. That's because I've had bad experiences with a couple of offline businesses I worked with, and I don't like feeling like I have a boss. But that's my own issues aside. I'm just saying, the market is there, and so $97 is really a drop in the bucket when you could literally go out tomorrow and if you just want to get your money back and test it out, you could go out tomorrow and sell sell one to whatever business you happen to pass on your way to work, or for $97, which and I think you'd be shooting yourself in the foot, even though it literally would only take you, I mean, heck, WD created one in what, like 3 minutes. So I mean, you could really, if you wanted to really make a really custom, out of this
Oh yeah, you
world
can
one,
average about 10 minutes of design.
if you want to spend half an hour on it, it would probably be the coolest one you've ever seen. So, and you'd be getting
Yeah.
paid, and that would be making you $200 an hour, because you'd be getting paid $100 for 30 minutes worth of work. And I would think that 30 minutes worth of work, it's not going to take you 30 minutes to create one of these sites. And then you throw in the fan page, and then you throw in the SMS. So you can charge them $100 for their mobile site, $100 for the fan page, $100 for a static website if they don't have one yet. And then
That's
you can
right. Yeah.
charge them $100 for the SMS, and then do a recurring monthly payment for $100 or something to maintain their SMS. And this is low ball figures. These are low ball figures. There's people that charge triple that just to even get in the door, and that's not unheard of. It's not unheard of for you to be able to go out tomorrow and sell one of these mobile websites with the fan page and all that for at least $497. It's just if you don't want to do that, then you can grab the gold version and use it on your own sites. I mean, $31. It costs you more than that to pay an outsourcer to create one of these for you, you know. And so that's
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Everybody has to have one, so
yeah, yeah. Not to mention you have to have one. You're going to have one. If you don't get it today, you're going to have one tomorrow. And that's the thing about mobile. I've been knowing for the last 6, 7, 8, 10 months that I needed to have one, and that eventually I was going to have one. So whenever WD came out with this, I'm like, well, now's the perfect time, and now's the
yeah.
perfect time to educate my readers, because whenever this, I sent an email about this when it came out last week to some of y'all, and I got a bunch of emails back because I made a video too about how to emulate what a mobile website looks like from your desktop, and I got a
Right.
bunch of questions back about mobile, and I was kind of embarrassed because I didn't know how to answer about 9% of the questions that I was getting, and I'm like, man, I got to wrangle WD and see if he'll put this information together for y'all, because this is not only y'all are learning tonight. I learned a lot tonight too. So,
Cheers, Damien.
so that's thanks for showing up to WD. I'm going to tell you that before I forget. I know that we're not leaving yet, but I'm going to.
Oh no, no, yeah, no, no. I'm more than happy to do it, and thanks for the people that came out to check it out, because it's very important information.
All
Like
right, now let me get caught up here on these questions. All right. Brett said every hosting provider has email accounts that use SMTP. Is there any other special requirements other than regular email? I don't even think that you need that if you are in the U.S.
Yeah, what we have is if you have any issues or you run into anything, we have top quality support, so there's no worries. We'll take care of you and make sure things are working for you. But as far as the SMTP goes, I don't think that it's actually limited at all, except the only problem is with the carriers. So unless the carrier that we cater to currently is on the list, it's not going to work. But like I say, we're currently integrating with the SMS Global, so that'll be worldwide, and that's right now in development.
Okay, I got some good questions here. Let me catch up on these. Okay, Madeline asked, these are fully customizable, and I think the answer to that is yes. Is that correct, WD?
Yes, yeah, that's right. They're fully customizable.
And let's see. Brett said, I think everyone is wanting to know if it's standalone, if it needs the vendor service to operate. Yeah, it is standalone. You control it, so which is cool, because it's all worked from your own hub. So if you already have a website, you don't have to install the plugin on your on your main blog. You can install another WordPress blog on a subdirectory and just use it for creating these squeeze pages and controlling these squeeze pages. and you can you can hire a VA at Odesk, pay them a couple bucks an hour to check it every day or something to make sure they're all operating correctly or something. But yeah,
Oh
you can
yeah, yeah.
you can run them from they're all, you control them even though they're standalone. You control them. So if your client stops paying you, you can take it down. If you're if you're charging them a recurring fee or whatever or something, then you can
Yeah,
take
if
it
you're
down if they
hosting
stop
it,
paying
you
you.
can remove it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's right.
Let's see. Madeline said thanks.
You're
Uh,
welcome.
let's see. Stephen said, how much are other site authors on this selling their sites for? In other words, I think he's asking other people what are other people selling mobile sites for to offline clients or
Well,
to
now here's
online
the thing.
clients in general? Do you know?
Here, here's the thing. You have some people like Quentin Brown who actually design a website, go in with their smartphone, give them a sheet of QR codes, scan it, and hand them the phone. And then he's able to upsell, I think, for $398, $400 web hosting and maintenance. So it depends on what kind of strategy you're actually going to go for. But the average you could do is $197, and you can then do the hosting and maintenance package, which could be another $197. I mean, you got to remember, if you're dealing with the local business, they expect that it's a business expense. They write it off, so don't be afraid to have your price.
So pretty much whatever you can get for them, whatever you want to set them.
Yeah.
Okay, Madeline and Shirley both asked, can you buy the personal use version, try it, lock it, and then upgrade to the developer version later?
Unfortunately, when we launched, we had that option for the first 24 hours, but now it's not on the table. So, having said that, if you guys buy the personal use version, then you can send an email to support@mobilepowersuite.com and tell them that WD said you could upgrade, and no worries.
So, in other words,
Special only for this webinar because it's
right,
off the table now.
there you go. In other words, no, it's not available to others, but it is available to those who are watching this.
Right.
And Diane said, okay, going at overtime, give away the freebie. All right, let me catch up on these questions, Diane, and then we will give away we'll do that. See, and then, if the client wants to update it, Madeline asked if the client wants to update it himself, which I know some of mine would want to, how would they do that through my WP site?
What you would do is you would install WordPress on their server or you would put a subdomain and put WordPress and the plugin on there for them to be able to use, create the website from there, and then he has full maintenance and control.
So if in other words, basically, instead of installing it on your little hub, you would just make them their own little hub.
Right.
So,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. And let's see. Geck asked, is this standalone software or is it through an online membership site? No, it's
No, it's an actual plugin. You get it. We could have turned it into a membership site and charged that way. Like I said, the object was to put it in your hands and give you the ability to make money back, but protect yourself. And having my site to log into isn't going to accomplish what you need.
But you know what? That gave me a great idea. And you could actually use it and charge your clients. You could turn it into a membership. You could do essentially what someone was just asking about, having their client update their own site. You can essentially make a membership, so they're charging you each month to be able to access it their own. Yeah, that's you can make your own membership. But no, this is a one-time standalone product.
Yeah, that's right.
Stephen said, you mentioned previously that these sites may be hosted anywhere. What recommendations do you have with respect to .mobi?
Oh, I mean, it doesn't matter. You don't have to use a .mobi extension. You can use, m.yoursite or your site / folder name or, whatever. It's not bound to that. I mean, it all depends on what you're targeting and what market you're focusing on. Right?
So pretty much anything that your client wants.
Yeah, the object is to have the mobile site, like, not to focus on the desktop because it's not going to stay on desktop very much longer.
Cool, cool. See, um, Brett asked, okay, I must keep control of the mobile site or they can use their own support. Yeah, yeah, I think I just answered that. And oh yeah, he was saying that some licenses do not allow the client to take their own site. Yeah, you have a developer's license, so it's up to you. I mean, am I correct about that, WD?
Yeah, if you buy a personal use license, that's just for whatever domains you own. You're not allowed to sell the sites, you're not allowed to flip the sites, you're not allowed to do anything. The $97 version is for consultants and developers, and you can flip the sites and sell the websites that are made, etc.
So it's pretty unrestricted if you
Yeah,
get the developer. I mean,
yeah, you're just not allowed to sell the plugin or give it away.
which is not where your money's going to be anyways. It's going to be in the sites, which is that's a really great licensing. See, I'm catching up on just a few more questions here, then we'll give away the website. And Brett asked, so WP is required to manage the sites? No, I don't think it's required to manage them, but just to create them. Is that correct, WD?
Well, I mean, the management happens from the plugin. So when you create the website, the plugin keeps your website listed. That's how I was able to show you the listed sales page because it keeps a memory of it. So when you update, you would just FTP the file back over to your server, and it would overwrite the files, thereby updating the website.
And then Diane asked again, what was the website to send the email to if they decide to upgrade?
Support at mobypowersuite.com.
Which that's the name of the product, Diane. It's Moby Power Suite. So support at mobypowersuite.com. Cool.
Yeah.
And Gek said, very cool. Thank you. Madeline, how much longer is this WSO going to be available? He's closing it on the 16th. So 4 more days. John Rose asking, what is the link to buy? Let me put that in here again for y'all. It's cobywright.com/WD. And Brett said, the one client I had take interest but own their own site support person nixed it. If they were restricted, could not self-amend. So yeah, so that would help you on that issue, Brett. We started the call by saying that SEO and backlinks are no longer the focus. As the next step, that these strategies will be incorporated into mobile sites. That's a good question. That very well could.
Absolutely. That's what you should be focusing on now. You should be looking at what you can do to optimize for mobile and start doing some research and understand what the market is doing, because it's really that important.
Okay. And Madeline said, okay, thank you both very much. And then Brett asked if the HTML could be edited. He said the use needs, can a programmer make changes after the fact without WP?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could go into the actual website and, change stuff around if you know what you're doing. I mean, there's nothing to restrict you from that. Once it's created, it's created. Same as an HTML website. So.
All right. I'm going to finish up the recording. So I'm going to do finish up the recording, and then we will have our drawing. Okay, folks? So for anyone who's watching the replay, you've only got, if you're watching the replay, you have less than 4 days to go and grab this before it goes off the market or becomes much more expensive. The link to grab it is www.cobywright.com/WD, and grab it now and take advantage of this mobile trend, and get your own sites mobilized and start getting those for your clients mobilized as well. All right, this is Coby from cobywright.com, and signing off.